let's now try to compare Machiavelli in The Prince and Machiavelli in the Discourses. They're actually both complementary to each other. They complement each other rather than contradict each other. While The Prince and the Discourses address different forms of government and different political circumstances, they should be understood as complementary expressions of a unified political vision rather than as a contradictory work. Both share fundamental assumptions about human nature, the nature of political struggle, and the requirements of political success. Let's go to the similarities first. The similarities are numerous and substantial. Both works emphasize the centrality of military power to political stability. Both reject mercenary armies in favor of citizen forces. Both draw extensively on historical examples and lessons from the ancients. Both stress the importance of adapting tactics to circumstances and learning from past precedents. Both also display contempt for idealistic schemes divorced from political reality. Both insist that effective leadership requires understanding how people actually behave, not how they should behave. The treatment of specific examples often differs only in emphasis and application. For instance, both the Prince and the Discourses discuss how cruelty functions in Hannibal's generalship. Hannibal is a well-known general in the ancient world. Both address the dangers of revealing one's intentions to discontented followers, who might themselves become content by betraying the plot. Both emphasize the importance of founders of states who can actually establish institutions capable of enduring beyond their founders' lives. Now, what about the key differences? Yet important differences actually distinguish the two works with one another. The Prince addresses the consolidation of power under a single ruler, particularly in new or unstable political circumstances. It asks, how can a prince establish and maintain his power against rivals and potential rebels? The Discourses, by contrast, addresses the preservation and strengthening of republican governments. It asks the question, how can republics maintain their liberty and avoid degenerating into tyranny? These different questions lead to different emphases. The prince stresses the prince's ability to act decisively without constraint, the necessity of an accountable power for effective action. The Discourses emphasizes the development of civic virtue among citizens and the establishment of institutions that channel popular energies toward the common good. How do we then reconcile the two works? The key to reconciling the two works lies in Machiavelli's analysis of political founding and reform. A necessary condition for successfully reforming or establishing a new political order is that a single individual possess sufficient concentrated power to overcome existing institutions, of course. and resistance to change. In the Discourses, Machiavelli stated that this must be taken as a general rule. He said that never or rarely does it happen that a republic or a kingdom is organized well from the beginning or is completely reformed apart from its old institutions, unless it is organized by one man alone. Such founder must be willing to employ means that would ordinarily be considered illegal and immoral. No consideration of justice should constrain him. He must think only of establishing a strong and well-ordered state. However, once this work of founding or radical reform is complete, the founder should establish a republican form of government and cede power to the many. The proper end of political reform is not perpetual monarchy, but is actually the establishment of a republic capable of enduring and prospering through the commitment of its citizens to the common good. In this framework, Machiavelli, in The Prince, describes the means necessary for radical political reform. The concentrated power and freedom from moral constraint necessary to overcome resistance and establish new institutions. The Discourses, on the other hand, describes the stable political order that should ideally result from this process. A republic in which civic virtue sustains ordered liberty. The two works thus describe complementary phases of political development.